example, I'd like to show you how to build a graph. I'm using the example I made from last week on 3 different students who did 3 different tests, and they came up with slightly different measurements. So we decided to use percentage change compared to control instead of the absolute values. So here we have those 3 students. I calculated their percentage changes and build it into this graph below. And bioreplicates is students. Here I'd like to calculate mean and standard deviations. To mean, I'm going to use average, and I just put over with this red cross. And for standard deviation, formula is literally standard dev. Using it and pulling it. Now I would like to build a graph based on this. I'm going to insert, let's see, selecting data, chart data range. My chart data range is my means. The name of my graph is effect of heating time on yogurt viscosity. Horizontal x-axis names will be those. I want to label my axis, and it looks like I'm satisfied with this. Now I would like to add arrow bars based on standard deviations. To do this, I will go to add chart element, arrow bars. I'm clicking on more arrow bars options and go to custom and specify value. I'll specify value for positive. Just select all 3. And negative is exactly the same. Here. Whoop. Values. Now I'm all done. Because I was using the percentages, the control doesn't have any standard deviation, which is okay. And since it's ANOVA, I'll go to another statistical software to calculate the p-value and place it on my graph. To show you how to finalize your graph, what's missing here is the labels on your x ASIC, and you can label it right here. I will name mine running trail in millimeters. You can also remove the horizontal lines if you don't like them, and change the color of your bar graphs if you want to make it a different color. Example of Frankie's group's presentation from 2 years ago, and as you can see, the slide has a descriptive title. The y-axis are labeled so it's easy to understand what each paragraph represents. X-axis labeled with the units. You have the results of ANOVA and what does it mean here. Very easy to read and understand slide. The only thing I would say is probably the chart name is not necessary here. And also you could see that they use different shapes to indicate which treatments had significant difference in the halo diameter.